Send it!
Damn. Wes_live sent it.
Wes, thank you. How you doing today? Thank you so much for the resub. For 13 months. Getting started, so sorry for the late reaction. You having a good day? Nice, on your lunch break. Don't worry if you can't say too much, but what kind of work are you in the middle of? I'm not bad, thank you. Found the breaking point of my PC again last night, so gonna be on the hunt for a better one. But today I'm just gonna see if it's happy enough to let me go racing. Do a bit of driving. We have England football. I'm not a big football watcher, but we have England in the Euros tonight, which I'll still be watching. Tune back into it when it's international and tune out again for 2 years until like the World Cup. Alright, let me check everything is working. Let's get that camera working. Should be good. Oh, hold on. Helps when the camera power cable is plugged in. There we go. Sorry about that. Did a big rearrange today to try and get my PC to be happy again. Warehouse coordinator. Nice. So you are responsible for lots of other people, is that right? Hey, Wavy. Hey, Wavy, look. Sort of. In the wrong place, but I'm halfway to figuring out how I might be able to show it. You can still see it bouncing around in the corner. So it's sat there doing its thing. I want it to be like a slightly different place, but without mounting it. I just wanted to know if it was gonna work. But yeah. On the way. I got my power back for my camera so I can plug it in again. I'm always having to unplug something for something else, but we're getting there. Yeah, I wonder if... Put it over there a bit. I like this track as well. So Oh, screen freeze? Is it good? Anyone else screen freeze? Just Wes? This is what I need to know today, is if it's still broken. So if things break, okay, hopefully just a Twitch problem. That we can always rely on a Twitch problem to crop up. Yeah, I'm well, thanks, Wes. Work is too quiet, but I'm enjoying the time developing some of my own stuff in the background, which is nice. Learning to use a game engine. That's probably the most interesting thing I'm learning right now. Yeah, I was going to play a replay the first 5-10 minutes, but I've got a feeling, well, you know what? I've got 5 minutes anyway before I register for a race. I think I'm just going to prove a point, and when I load this replay, it will probably crunch the stream. Nearly. I'm going to jump into Brand's British circuit this week. Then I might chop it up, do something different. I basically have until about 8 PM my time, so about 2.5 hours. And then I'll be watching the Netherlands teach England how to play football. Do you holler at me if when this loads up you don't get sound as well. I think I've got it all right. When I fix things, something else tends to break. I did find a PC listed in town. It's not like mega, but it's better than what I've got by some degree. And the person listing it has mutual friends with me in Bristol. Not people I know well now, but still. And this person used to use that PC for like similar stuff to my work, which is a good sign. I'm just literally waiting to hear if that listing is really old and should be deleted, or whether it's still not sold. If it's not sold, I have the option of spending probably half what I would on a new one to keep myself going at least. I'm not desperate to buy brand new right now. So yeah, just one option, but I'll let you know if that's going to happen, because if it is going to happen, they are still trying to get rid of it. It looks good. It's the kind of thing I could pick it up one day and plug it in the next day. Wouldn't have to wait a week for it to be built and tested and stuff. So yeah. Could be good news, or I might just get a yeah, sorry, that got sold 3 months ago, my bad, kind of a message. Thank you again, Wes, for your 13 months. Thanks to Aaron yesterday, who subbed for the first time. Bless him, wanting to gift subs, but it was a quiet day in the stream. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thanks everyone who continues to sub. Right, let's watch my stream break. Or maybe not. With some shoddier graphics to see if it survives. This is from the race I was supposed to be streaming yesterday, and I was streaming until my PC sort of fell apart with all the weather and the cars on track. See how it's stuttering? Still? That even a replay with this many cars and this weather is it's at the limit. This was a good race though. Without considering I was driving with these stutters going on and with the stream breaking. It's actually quite a good race start. Every bump and issue that was going on track, we just drove around it. Pretty cool. So I'm assuming you got a few stutters and lags there. Nothing too bad, but a little bit. This is the best test I've got right now.
Sorry, I've got no grip.
That is pretty accurate for everybody. I think this race we finished P11, but with 2 AM drivers ahead means I got 9th in my group. Oh look, yeah, it's suffering a bit. The both opening laps yesterday were like super difficult, but they went pretty well for me. Oh yeah, there's some definite oof. Let's see what happens in race 2. I think it's just the number of cars plus the weather. The race 2 I was supposed to stream, but you guys were getting like 2 frames a second, so I had to kill it. It looks a little jittery. Yeah, I'm seeing FPS lag, I'm seeing frames dropped. Wow, okay. Well, that kind of proves what I expected. So, iRacing with lots of cars and rain is like the death of my PC, especially if I want to share it live. This I don't know how I see the results for the right race actually. I don't know, that doesn't tell me much. It looks like I got an 11th and a 12th. Roughly top 10 in my own class yesterday. That's not bad for how competitive the field is. I was pretty happy with that. There's quite a lot of crashes though. There's one crash I want to look at before I quit this, which was involving me. In fact, there were 2 involving me, so I might as well dish the dirt now. Okay, this is the first one. This car was getting into all kinds of trouble. I was finding it quite hard to follow, and unfortunately, right here, just pinched. Which sucked. Mainly sucked for them, more than me. Already damaged, but I mean that's definitely on me overall, but I thought I was going to get a tiny bit of space there to like get around the corner even if I wasn't going to overtake, but I'm the car that I stuck my nose in where it didn't belong, and I got probably will get a little penalty for that. And then I was having a really good race with this car until another murder. Although I spoke with the driver after this one and it was all good. But I want to see it again because he got really bad damage off it, and I cannot believe he got bad damage from it unless he was hit by someone else. I'm literally going to have a quick look at this and then I'll turn it off so that the stream relaxes. So here's where it began. Tried it here. Tried it here. And then I got a massive run there. Oh, that's why he got damaged, because of second car, so that makes more sense. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So I think he just spun up. And I'm already off the throttle, but it's just too little too late. And then this guy almost made the gap, but didn't. And how it all looked for him. So that was the death. I did actually give this position back, but I didn't realize they were damaged. Yeah, he had a very limited time to react to that. And yeah, I just sat and waited for this guy. I thought he just had a spin, but it turned out he had to pit because of that extra contact, so sucks. Would have been a harmless collision, I think, otherwise. That's what we get. Pretty much after that, pretty calm race. So yeah, my latest outing of murders. Okay. Now I don't know how bad the stream was during that. Hopefully it wasn't completely unwatchable. This is the combo I want to have a go at. Brands. I'm gonna jump into that. Should be dry. Whoops. I have never driven this track in iRacing. If I'm lucky later this week, the Coach Delta app will have like a pro reference on it, so I can show you I can show you how it looks to compare like my driving to someone really fast. Plus that's how I can best learn the track. So yeah, that might be something I can show you. I think we've got to wait a little bit before that's possible. Just beginning Dotes. Here's Fraskin. First run at this combo. I've got half cable on my foot. I've got half an hour to decide if I'm race ready. The only regular one I can't do this week is Mazda Advanced. I've been doing every week. I think it's a track I don't have. Netcode? What, watching this stream or watching something else? Netcode's horrible. I've had several bumps because of it. Oh, the day before, the one where I was in the Mazda and this guy just got wrecked when I wasn't even touching him. Yes. There was the Mazda one and there was a Porsche one where I got the tiniest touch, but maybe netcode made it like a big hit. And I got wheel damage, yeah. Oh yeah, this one's fixed anyway. So no setup, just drive. Oh yeah, I know the track, but I've never driven it in iRacing in this car. So the question is, do I want to race it? Have I got the pace? This is gonna feel really weird for a minute. What's that? Like a weird light rendering thing. I don't know for how much of the week I'll do this combo. I've got to do it next Tuesday for the league race, but traditionally this track's a bit hard to overtake on. I'm hoping the feed is going back to smooth like it normally is. Okay, this doesn't feel too bad. The scary thing is, this track doesn't really give you any runoff. It'll be one of the most unforgiving tracks if you go wide. You get pushed. That's okay. Some feedback out of the wheel because it's just overly heavy. Okay, that's not it. That corner is the hardest. Can't see it coming. If you do get it wrong, it's kind of too late most of the time to be able to fix it. Or like deer leap or something. Are we watching the Euros tonight, or are we avoiding the Euros tonight? I can see both sides. I'm going to be watching out of morbid curiosity and slight hope that we actually get to see a final. But as soon as that final is done, I'll be out of the realm of football until the World Cup. Anyway, she gets to follow someone as well. Ooh, that's going to be scary. Maybe too slow there, but I'd rather wind up to it than do the opposite. Watch England hope they lose. Makes sense. You know what was hard to watch? Wow, okay, that's very easy to get wrong. Oh, there's no, is this an old Brands or a new Brands? There's no runoff anywhere. Oh. Not there either. It was actually kind of sad to watch Scotland go out. Not so much because it was Scotland, but just because of how they went out. It was horrific. Like the saddest way you can possibly go out. I can fully respect other nations not wanting to go out. Good stopping point, mate. You should definitely stop on the entrance to a fast corner. be safe. I'm gonna have a go at this race. I'm definitely not fast enough yet. There's a nice flow to this track, and I don't mind it actually. I didn't know if I'd love it or hate it. What's been hard to watch with the football in England though is, and probably fun to watch if you're not an England fan, like until the last game, how much it really didn't look like we were going to get involved at all. It really weren't very watchable. Watched parts of one match so far. Which one caught your eye? I'm like I used to play football and I used to support a team, so I have like from being like a kid and being teenage, like I had an interest in it, and I still kind of have that in me. Oh, you can't do that. Holy crap. Can't do that. I think that's going to be the hardest thing about this track is tiny margin between driving well and driving badly, ending your race. Still we learn. Portugal, France? That was the previous round, right? That was a pretty wild game. That was a pretty wild game. I remember catching up on that one. I fell asleep. You want to go fall asleep, like if you need a sleeping assist, go and watch England's early games. I reckon you'd fall asleep in less time. Today is either going to be they actually show what they can do, and they thread it together, or we just get completely outclassed by a nation that's like playing good football. I don't know which way it's gonna go. I'm not a hater and I'm not a doubter. That's how it's felt so far to me. Also, I refuse to watch football anywhere that's too like hotly fucking, you know, half the pub wants to have a fight with each other. I'm good. How deep to break into that. Ugh. Racing's become one of the things I most watch, because I'm also someone who doesn't watch a lot of sport in general. I did watch some of the Giro d'Italia cycling, and that's because I had that channel because I wanted to watch the racing, WEC. And then at night I started watching the Giro catch-ups because that was actually quite good to watch. I like watching cycling highlights because it's pretty chill. And they always make it like a good hour's worth of, you know, I can just have it on. Now the Tour de France is on. I've not really bothered with it yet, but I'm watching some stages. I do dislike the current football meta, which is to... It's like that, basically. That is the current football meta. Unnecessary drama. It's like if you meet a rugby watcher in an England game, like I spoke to someone at the last one. the amount of physical contact required to play rugby, even though it's still like got rules and it's relatively safe, it just makes football contact look ridiculous. And then when there is a real bad, player is actually injured, you're in that position where you're doubting him for 5 minutes because it's only when he doesn't actually get back up instantly. You're like, maybe this guy is actually hurt. But yeah, watching people basically manipulate the rule set and going down to earn a foul, it's like, I wish low-key Sunday League football was like that, because I could have done that all day long. I should have just taught myself to go down all the time. I think that's where I'm at with football, actually. I still enjoy the entertainment of a good game. I like how into it people are, but it does come a point where the show becomes a little bit ridiculous. It's funny because I think in some ways the way Formula One is televised and run, it's got closer to like a Premier League or not necessarily Premier League, you know what I mean, like a football atmosphere, as it's become like featured on mainstream TV, and it goes beyond just the people watching. Some are core, fans, and then some are like armchair spectators who are like critical of everything, comment on everything. And it becomes a bit of a show, and you're like, you either love it and you're into it, or you just kind of wonder where the soul of it's gone a little bit. But F1 was really good to watch last week, so there is that. Actually, probably the best race in a long time. Okay. I think I'm at a similar pace to similar iracing drivers, but there's going to be a couple that completely smash me in the race. My current. Well, I haven't done my homework here yet. This is my just test the water drive. I haven't sat down and really looked at how I'm driving. I didn't know that with ice hockey. Frida Lyon from Scotland, he's sometimes in here. I think he watches a lot of hockey. I don't know if he plays as well or just mainly watches. Wonder if he's noticed that too. Maybe I don't know if that's strictly ice hockey or not. Yeah, I honestly, I don't pay to watch F1 anyway, but I usually catch up the day after on the highlights, national TV. But I wouldn't be that gutted if I didn't get to watch a single race this season. It's getting better, and I've enjoyed it, but like I've paid a few quid a month so I can watch the WEC live. And I'm happy with that. Like, there's another race in Brazil coming up. And it's just really good. It's good watching. It's a long race. I can have it on all day. That's why I guess I see the parallels to mainstream football, is it all becomes focused on like paid TV coverage. I think football's better if you actually support a team and want to travel and watch them. I think you get a lot more out of it if you do that. A lot of my mates used to go and watch our hometown. So growing up, my hometown was Lincoln, and their football team was always in the bottom, the main divisions in the UK. Like it would have been called Division 3 back then. And they would travel across the country to watch them. Like every week, every other week. Didn't matter if it was like miles away or nearby. And they were really dedicated. And I kind of loved them for it. Whereas I was much more of a, nah, I'll catch them when at home. I'll watch a couple of games a season with you. That was it. That was as far as my interest was. Would I travel to watch races? 100%. I need to budget myself some travel. I need a good work year and then budget myself some stuff to do it. It'll be well worth it. What's up, LJ? You've always had to pay? Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting though, hasn't it? Because F1 has more presence over there now, relatively. You think of like F1 in the days when it would have been live on the British BBC channels. That's a long time ago now. I don't know if... Were they racing in the States at all then? Probably not. Because it was quite a big deal when that first happened. Then you look at like Indy, for example, and they had that whole debacle, right? Of whether the local TV network were going to be showing it or not this year. It's mad how much the politics and the money of TV. Obviously, that's the core of the sport. That's your audience. But it's mad how much goes on. It's like car on the right. Is what I hear him. This track's nice to drive and chat. I might disagree with that when I'm racing, but right now I'm just kind of autopiloting. I can't wait for Delta to get the reference laps if they do. It might be this week, they might not. Because then I can just grab my fastest lap and then go see where my bad habits are. But it's drivable. A bit understeery on the fixed, to be honest. I wonder if a tiny bit of brake bias has changed. Changeable. I don't really want to spin myself out. Okay. Let's go to the other extreme. And then we'll see how long it takes me to oversteer on entry. Watch the local baseball team here. You have to subscribe because they have the broadcast rights. Well, that wasn't the brake bias, that was just bad driving. That's so fascinating, dude. This corner's where I need to know. How long do I have? 2 minutes. Yeah. We're just gonna enter a race and see how I get on. I mean, that was late on the brakes. Missed the apex, but I didn't start oversteering. Okay. This could be worth changing in the race. Because locals will actually be able to watch without paying. Yeah. The hard bit in that argument is like the people who don't want or cannot make the event get caught in the worst, but I don't know what percentage of people that represents. I know that's not going to be a majority, but it's such a like messy concept. Like you're never obviously going to accommodate everybody one way of working, but I always thought the smart way around is to have something basic that everybody can enjoy, and then the people who can or wish to elevate their experience should have the option to, you know, go for the full whack. A bit like you watch F1 and you go the app route, you get everything. You can watch from all the POVs, you can have the data, you can have, you know. But yeah, it's like a hard sales tool. But yet, in the world of, say, software and games, a lot of the time it's the opposite model, where there's the free element that then draws you in, consider paying for more. And I guess TV as a world, in a way, steps behind that model. Because it's kind of an archaic broadcasting system relative to the rest of the world. I mean, look at IMSA. They've only just started pushing the YouTube coverage, and it's transforming the series. Simply because fans get a simple way, even if it's not very polished, you know, like simple way to connect with it. It's interesting to see how that plays. Alright, race time. As I said earlier, because of the upcoming Euros game, I'm only here for a couple of races today. I actually did. Did I try Rensport? Yeah. Not since the latest update, but I had a few laps in it. How long ago? Probably within the last month to 2 months. I don't think if there's anything that stopped me driving it. There was something particular that bugged me. It's probably, I would say since the alpha days, it's probably a lot better. I think the gap for me is I don't know what I would go on it for that's not already happening elsewhere. Because now they're about to put a pricing system out, like talking of like the way things are priced, right? They've got like a tiered pricing system. They're obviously, they want you to buy the high ends. But I'll be honest, when that platform first announced itself and the way it was talking about itself in like all marketing speak, I kind of felt like that was always going to be the way it went. Whether it's talking in like NFT language or whether it's just, you know, like any game where you pay for what level you want. I kind of always expected that, and I will never be shocked that that's the way it's going. What I think is missing for me is just the reason to go jump into it. What's going to get me there? Right now, would I spend an extra 20 quid to race it? Not yet. Say 20 is the entry level, I think. But yeah, if at that kind of money, if it got me enough of the platform that there was a race series that was like incredible, yeah, maybe. Alright, well, here goes something. I am low on the grids. Thank you, iRacing. I appreciate being pitched nice and low today. Out of my control, but it helps. This is probably going to be my slowest race of the week if I improve as much as I hope I will. So we'll just get involved. Yeah, exactly. So LMU gave us probably the best prototype option at the current time, especially at a time when iRacing's prototypes were a bit on off with the player base, like they weren't in the best shape. And they made GT3 fun, and I think LMP2 is still really fun. Also, the feel of the driving is probably still my favourite. The only reason you're not seeing me on Le Mans Ultimate a couple of times a week is my PC and it just don't talk well together. There's always a slight risk of me freezing up or lagging, so as you know, online racing doesn't really feel quite so good if you're a hazard to everyone on track. So
Green flag.
when I do find the right solution to replacing this, you might see me back in it a bit more. To drive, it's so much fun. Oh. That's not the line, and that's going to be a 1x. And reliably do the X's in quali. It's my speciality. I'm relying on a clean lap too. About 4 through here. Yeah, so I think Rensport, if it proves to be something that a non-esports player base are keen to get involved with, because there's not a massive population on the servers in that until recently either, so not great. Always good to miss an apex. I think you really need to hit that curb there, but there we go. It's gonna have the Nordschleife. I think some people will take interest in just finding out how well done that is, because that's, I guess, quite a good barometer. Especially now ACC went and knocked the bar with that. Nice. I was terrifyingly close to putting 2 wheels on the grass on the way in there. That would have been the barrier. I think this would be a 24 best, maybe a 25. Made a couple of mistakes. 24-0. With a good turn 1, I think we were on for anything there. I wouldn't be too shy to say there was a pole position in that if I'd looked it all up, but I'm happy with that. So it looks like the stream is relatively stable today. Let's see, do let me know if in the race it's struggling. It's kind of like my reason for going live today is to make sure it's watchable. and enjoy some driving. Yeah, paying for TV, I have to sort of pick one and enjoy it for a bit, and then I'll probably sign out of it again. And I've seen, like, after this next WEC, I'll probably sign out of that service till next year. And then I'll pick it back up when it's like Le Mans is approaching and a few of the other good races. But it's something I would enjoy paying for with, you know, if I've got more expendable income, you know, like I'm a bit over and above what I'm expecting to earn, then I would really enjoy paying for like new services so that in the evenings I know I can watch what I want to watch. Yeah. Okay, so some slightly quicker times came in. Everyone's really close. I think there's a good population of it's gonna be a lot of splits because everyone is super close here. There is 1 second between the top 14 drivers, roughly. So, not that I plan to make an error, but should we make an error, there's gonna be a long way to go back. Let's see how people race here. Could be a bit messy. Hopefully not. Quite like where my brake balance was, so I'm going to change that in the race. Backed up the time. Do it in... Yeah, looks like it's already saved. Nice. Alright then. First brands of the week. Welcome back, Aaron. Good to see you. Sorry for those who were here yesterday that saw the stream just wasn't coping. Seems chill. Now I'm back in sort of standard lobbies. I learned that certain tracks plus rain plus a big driver pool just maxed it out. Even with nice low cheesy graphics. Hopefully we're about to get a streamable race. Half of that job is down to me.
1 lap to green. Line up on the left side. The estimated SOF is 2,263. Pit road is closed. Let's go points racing.
Has my telemetry gone missing for you? It either has or it's in a stupid place. I need to check.
On 2 cars to grid.
Oh no, you've got it. You've got it. Not in a good place for this car. It's a bit better. 20 minutes.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
That is going to be 10-ish laps. Sorry, 15.
Everyone's gridded.
Bad maths. 13-ish laps. Let's see what people are driving here. I'm continuing in the Porsche. That's my car for the next few weeks. Playing with what I'm learning. Learn more about your driving if you keep everything else the same, I guess. Lots of mid-engines. I do see Porsches here as well, but there's Lambos, there's Ferrari. The Ferrari looks like it's got a bit more fire here. But maybe the Lambo is the... You tend to only see the Lambo when it's a good week for the Lambo, if that makes sense. Obviously, respect to anyone who just drives it all season or whatever. It's a good mix in this split. Porsche feels fine here. On the fixed set, maybe a bit understeery. With more practice, I will probably get more risky on the brake bias so that it turns a lot on my braking input. But this track is a bit deadly at the best of times. We've qualified 6th. Kind of got the pace to be anywhere, honestly. We could be front row, we could be nearer 15th. It's really close. If I can do that kind of pace and get a little bit quicker, then it could be good. This is my first Brands Hatch race. I only downloaded the track a week or so back. Thankfully, I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would to drive. Additionally, it's not been my favorite track to race on, but, well, I guess now we're going to find out how it feels to run. And then as soon as the Coach Delta laps are available for me, I'll show you guys what it's like to compare my driving to setup creators driving, basically. That's how I'll learn where I'm giving up most time.
Green flag, green flag.
I slept a bit on that. It's going to put us down 1. Okay. We've got the desperate weave.
Go right. Still there.
Oh no, please don't do
Still
that.
there. Hold your line.
Drops
Clear.
them.
There's an incident ahead. Slow car ahead. Car right. Still
Oh.
there.
Don't know which way to go there to not get hit, but it seemed to work.
Slow car ahead.
Oh, the Lambo
Go right.
again.
There's an incident ahead. Left side. Clear.
Oh, what is it with Lambos on cold tires, man?
Clear.
Maybe that was the same one and its tires were just on fire. That really didn't work for us, but
Clear.
no contact. A little bit more chill on lap 1, I think. Would be nice. But, hey, always gonna happen. Oh, dude. Oh, he stopped. He broke like that was the hairpin. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to be very careful here, or we're gonna be tipping Corvette round. Might just have to deal with the slight frustration here of being behind someone who I wasn't supposed to be behind, and it's gonna get messy before it gets tidy. You don't need to block.
Left side. Keep to the right.
Let's all just, you know, survive a lap, guys. Come on, you can do this. Nice. That dealt with my problem very, very well. Problem solved for now. Don't bin it. Because I want to chase the cars ahead. Give them a chance. Get out of rhythm with all the weaving and ducking. Quite a gap to make up though. Oh, that's got to be the edge.
Run, bro.
Oh, I got no input there. That was weird. It was almost like you would get if the track was dirty or oily or something, but just a stupid error. Guy behind did exactly the same thing. Okay. Main thing is we avoided every single incident. We have a 4-second gap. Third is fine there. I'd love to keep the car behind me back. As not to have to defend all race, but I don't know how quick they are yet. Try and lock in a bit. Extra downshift helps me get that right. It's probably a 4th gear corner at like proper pace, but third just helps me lock it in like safely. All right, well, drama's put me in a bit of a bubble of my own. Okay, now I'm apexing too early, so I'm probably braking a touch early. It's such a deceptively simple track that isn't simple at all. Twice now I've apexed too early. No rhythm so far. I'm in the 24s, so it's not all bad. Oh, that was too much curb. Okay. Trying not to understeer. When you just start understeering, it's very, very difficult to get the car to do anything. Like that. Just need to... I can get sector 1 a bit quicker. Nope. Choice words in the driver chat. Yeah, I'm definitely losing time there through that lot. But then I seem to sort of bridge it back at this part of the track. I'm literally stuck in the middle here. Come on, let's build a gap. Pretty happy to be up here. One ahead is pretty set. That was slow. Okay, I'm too eager there. I'm pretty sure maybe from ACC days that line was okay, but slightly over anticipating that corner. I'm going to keep this guy to a second if I can.
The leader did a 23.745.
23s, yeah. If I'm not in the 23s, I don't get to catch these guys. I'm less worried about that. I'm more worried about doing my best times. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, take your time, dude. Appreciate having you. Whew. 24-9 ahead before. Let's not rule out a fight with Mark, but he's looking too comfortable right now. Oh, it's so awkward. Right, later Apex. Probably could use more of the exit, but better. I'm just losing too much Apex speeds. It's not massive, but I can feel it. Earlier on the power there.
Going well, keep at it. The car in C4, just set the fastest lap. 23.438. New fastest lap for you.
That felt good. Oh, I still got the X. I'm not getting hit. The X's are fine. Okay, that worked. This is a better lap.
The car in C1, just set
Oh
the
my
fastest
god,
lap.
that's gonna cost me.
23.434.
Oh, don't do that again.
New fastest lap for you.
New trousers for me, please. That's terrifying. Almost. Not quite. My Keenan behind will not go away either. Like, he is there the whole time. Just need a bit more confidence through there. These guys are not dropping. We're still hitting the guy ahead though.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
so torn there. It's almost like second would help me rotate it briefly. Ah, he's in slipstream. Okay, now it gets interesting. Just haven't got consistency yet. Still 6.5 minutes. More of the exit. That worked. Woo. That was on the limit as I want to be. We're catching, but it's not quite enough. I actually had a couple of really good corners in that lap. Oh, damn. That's where the brake bias starts to work if you get it right. I just get a fraction of oversteer on the brakes. Oh no! Now I've forgotten how that corner works. Come on. Bit more entry speed. I still think that corner's slow for me. Better exit this time. Thanks, Porsche. Thanks, Porsche. Got a bad line. I couldn't stop it sliding.
Clear on the left.
That curb is horrible.
Right side. Still there on your line. Clear
Good
on the
move.
right.
Good move. That's what I get for the mistake. Now I want to keep this position and not go further back. Might be able to fight him to the end though. I've definitely got speed in certain spots and he's got speed in others. Purely driver error cost me that. But he's got to figure it all out now. He hasn't got a reference car. I hate that X on the inside. Really don't like that. Gotta be so careful. Get good exits, keep him under pressure, see what happens.
You're at 24.489.
He's done good through there. I would rather a 7th than a gravel trap, but I am a little conscious of the car behind. I've done it. Been a close one. Nearly spun. That was terrifying. You got one or two more? get the run, but I just can't quite get the overlap. And I think that car looks super stable out of there. And that's where the Porsche's weakness might be. I hate that curve. I need to leave it well alone. Cost me a run then. Just too slow entering that, and then I'm left to pick up too much ground on the way out. Visibly see him get ahead. I'm going to assume there's one more after this. Let's try and keep the pressure on him. Careful. I'm trying, but I'm nearly dying. He's so quick out of there. The car's so balanced. I think my lines, maybe I'm just turning too much at the wrong moment. Got it. Use the cheeky X, that's probably a smart move. They go wide. I just can't get close enough to him through there. I think that corner's cost me most time in this race. I'm faster through here. Thought I'd get one more X there, but I've avoided it. I'm running out of corners now. I needed the run of my life out of there and I didn't find the apex. It's so tough. Nice race, Joaquin. Good drive.
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
Yeah, super clean, mate. Thanks.
Great job. You did really well.
Oh. He got round me, didn't tap me, didn't bin me off. Like, huge respect for that. I really enjoyed that. I would rather lose a place to a good driver than get killed on the road. For all it's worth. And I think the best driving from me would have either stayed ahead or would have got it back. I thoroughly think I could have done that. But that is what you'll find at brands. You can have probably an extra second over the car in front and you're still going to have a job to get past them. Let's have a quick look at the fight. Kind of this, wasn't it? So there, I nearly just... That would have been the barrier if I'd got any more off track there. Defended this and then I drove over the curb. That's death. No traction, no speed. At this point, I tried to pinch. And that's where I credit his driving because he just got the move done still. Didn't outbrake himself, didn't drive straight into me. That was a really good race. Have a look at the start. What happened here? Oh, I want my lights on for starters. It's so much cooler when you get the lights on. Missing the trick. Oh yeah, okay, this is what I want to see is how many near deaths and deaths did we actually avoid? Okay, am I going mad or does iRacing change the camera list? And it does, doesn't it? Look, TV's down the bottom now. Not a great feature. I want to know who got spun and how. Because this put me into a really good spot in the race, and then the final spin put me back a few seconds, and that like popped off my chances of going forward. So look, Lambo gets spun and then gets turned back around. It's still sliding on the rear tires. That's the first incident. Take forever. Right, oh my god, and then Porsche. Is it the same Porsche? Interesting. So, bit of a 2-into-1 there. No major harm done. And then that same Porsche. Oh, he just drives straight into another car. That's less impressive. To be honest. Less impressive. Or Beamer. That's probably the Beamer that followed me to the end. And then here. Am I right in thinking it's just his tires? Or was it a slight nudge? I mean, there's no overtake at that point. Just a little bit I would say maybe just impatient and clumsy. Not really a bad move or anything. He had half an opportunity there, but I guess in the end it was just a bit too much for what the car wanted to do in that moment, especially having already cleared twice and the rear tires are dead. This move, if I'm honest, I think this Porsche could have avoided a bit of that, and then that I think is just not realizing you've got a car next to you. It's not a great 2 corners for that car, is it? It's not going to be their favorite race. Not that I'm judging, I mean, I made endless mistakes. Right, were there any other drama-y moments? Let me check. Why does I overlay? There we go. Bit weird. Race control. So, this looks like it goes from bottom to top. So we had Evans crash, Michael's crash. That was that one. Oh. Murder on the Porsche Express. What happened here? I don't know whether his braking point was wrong or whether this guy just didn't brake. No idea. I think we need to watch a corner or two before. Incidents like that, you need context. So, almost 2-into-1 ahead. And he's kind of forced to stay outside. Nothing really that dramatic here. So, who's going to blink first? He's looking lively at this point. 100. Well, he does brake a bit early, but it's very hard to tell. What? I'm just going to assume that was one car braking a bit too early and the rest being what you'd expect. Because I would brake nearer the 50 there. I want another look. 100. Oh, it does brake quite hard and quite early. So It's either history between those two or that breaking point is the end of it. Okay. What else? Have you... Another tap. Wow, welcome to Brands Hatch. And I hate to say it, but it's our mate from lap 1. What does he do? Goes left. That's a weird one. Both cars move in the braking zone. That's a really weird incident. I'd say at this point, you probably want to give each other a line. He can sit... Okay, no, it's actually quite clear. This driver couldn't do much because once hitting the brakes, the white Porsche just moves across. You need to stay on your line when you brake. Because what he's done is hit the brakes and move across. So this driver's trying to react. So I think stewards would have not penalised this car at the very least. I don't think he was responsible for that. This is quite fun to look through some of these. Oh, he's going to go wides. And this is what I was so scared of. Oh, and then get some... Are you kidding me? Regardless of blame and who did what in any incident, this car's come up a lot, hasn't it? So let's see. Wide. That one you have to take the rap for because you just didn't slow down. Like this Mustang's out of the realm of, you know, he has to slow down when this happens. You want to be backing off already. Back off, back off, back off. The car behind. But to hit him at that speed, that's a bit unlucky. Looked a bit netcodey too, though. Maybe that other driver's view wasn't as black and white as that. I think you have to remember that these days in iRacing, which sucks. What happened to the Italian stallion? That's what I thought I was going to do all race. Thankfully, the Porsche's like weight balance means you get a little bit more tolerance for that happening. I think that's it. I think that's the bin list done. I had a car go in the pit. Not intentional. I thought this was odd. What a pit. Alright, Tokyo Drift music. Trigger it. Oh man. That's so... this is a nicely painted car. I don't wish this on this car. It's just a lot of grass. Get the wheels spinning. What a save. But now he has to... He might have been able to 180. But I kind of respect that he did this. I don't know if he retired. Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm done. Any other pit entry antics? Oh, that was a good race. We should have done well with that. I was car 18. I think we got P7. So finally, we found a combo where my natural pace is sort of competitive. So if I compare that to like a reference lap, we could get some good results here, maybe. Brands 1. I pressed escape by accident. Well, there goes that replay. Gone forever. Cool. Wouldn't mind keeping that one. Let's save it as like a... Oh. Gone forever. Yep. Oh, well. There's no proof it never happened. How did we do? A modest 33i rating. I think we'd have got a little more if we'd held on to P6, but just shows how close the strength of the field was because I finished way above expected, but the margins are very slim. I need to do a couple of clean races and something. I'm getting so many X's on these tracks. Most of this isn't even incidents. It's just constantly X's. And I got a third split there. I think that helped me a little bit. I think a second split would have been brutal. Alright. I've got an hour before England gets schooled by Holland. What do I do? Nothing, apparently. I could try a Rainmaster at Algarve. Don't think that's going to improve anything about my license. I missed the long race at Brands, but I don't really fancy 40 minutes there, to be honest. Sounds less than fun. What's up next? I don't think I can Mazda this week, so that's like a big gap in the calendar. I could try Misano in Super Formula, see how I feel on that. You only missed me make a semi-lethal error, but not crash. And then I lost a position. I spent the rest of the race trying to get it back, but the driver did too good a job in the end. It was a really good fight. It was fun. Formula 4 is at Mugello. I just don't know Mugello yet. Or Mugello. I don't know how the Italians say it. I'd maybe try a bit of return. I've got like Formula 4 from way back and I just haven't used. Street stock dirt. Just Laban, me. Which Super Formula is coming up? Because I have to wait now until 8 PM for the next Brands race. A chat delay on Botrix. There we go. We want P1. Hell yes, we do. Okay, the choices are: I've got time to do a Ferrari race at Algarve if I practice for the next half an hour. Gotta wait till 1:45. Or I'd like to try and drive the Porsche Cup, but I'll just have to do solo laps. I can't race that yet. It's so difficult a car, I just can't race that yet. Easily the toughest car on the grid for me, but I kind of want to get good at it. Super Formula Lights fixed. No. Ah, that's so unlucky. On the wrong hour. The Super Formula Open is too long an event. So that makes it simpler, because I don't have time to do that really. Poor Ferrari fans. Man, what happened to Leclerc at Silverstone? Oh. Poor guy, he just can't get a break. There are so many drivers at Silverstone that could have been in the top running if strategy didn't pick them in the watch. So the choice is Gamble Rain. There's only 7 drivers. What a surprise. The rain-soaked series isn't quite catching on. The most sensible one is to go Ferrari fixed. It's at a good track. And there'll be lots of drivers, so we'll get a close split. This seems to tick a lot of boxes. It will finish like 5 minutes into the football, which is fine, because I'm not worried. Well, something will happen in the first 5 minutes now I've said that, but I'm not worried about seeing it kick off. What do we reckon? Should we do that? Wait. Oh, they're the lobbies from the last hour. I thought I'd missed the race then. Let's go see how our pace is in the Fezzer. Alright, Ace Goods. It's not a bad throw. About as close as Wavy's got all week. Oh, just saying. Actually, my way of testing if she's listening right now. Start a little fire. How do we feel about some Ferrari at Portugal? And this is a good. I don't know the track well in iRacing, but I know it well from Le Mans Ultimate. I know the car well from other weeks. Still think it's rigged? Go on, throw one now at Wavy. See what happens. I mean, Ace God's hit the top right, you know? Just saying. They're gonna go. Maybe on cooldown still? Give it, like, counter 10 or whatever. Nightbolt got involved, but yeah, stream hasn't frozen. I don't know. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna make you a bet, Wavy. That was bad. You're gonna have to wait. And don't peak too soon. I'm giving you a much bigger target area. In fact, if you want, you can choose where my face is. But make sure you wait another short time, or it's just not. I used to have a count for the cooldown. But middle. Okay. I've got to ruin my nice layout. Okay. Happy with that? Face right in the middle. Happy? It's still dodge. Alright, if I ducked out of the way, that'd be amazing. Come on then. Oh, got a little bit in the hair there. Not bad. I'll give you another opportunity sometime. Or I just undid something. I hate when you accidentally undo too much. It's like something just got deleted somewhere else. I've still got quite a lot of drop frames today. Has anyone noticed if while racing it's been choppy, or has it looked okay? If anyone's been watching like intermittently. I'm still dropping a lot of frames. It's interesting. Or maybe it's just like tiny stutters now. Right. Let's see how fun or not this car feels. The car's in time with the music. Ah, it's just gone. That was really satisfying. Here you go. Got that character from Red Dwarf that's like, is it? It's heartbeats like a disco. Get further away. I should do a prize where if you hit me, everyone gifts 10 subs to the channel, and then we can all be happy. Watch everyone run out the back door now like, nah, I'm good. Have a good day. Right, how does this drive? This track is so good in Le Mans Ultimate. I don't think driving it here is ever quite gonna match, but this is a new track scan, so it's still pretty good. Ooh. Oh, I thought it was. The feedback feels a bit grindy in this car. There we go, it goes down to 9. The auto feedback's really good. Really good. So different to the Porsche though. I think that's why I like the Porsche. can get more out through the wheel in that car without it becoming muddy. I don't like the feel of this car in the wheel very much. Too fast, apparently. Okay. My muscle memory not serving me well.
We're cutting the cord.
Also, I'll be honest. I'll let the tyres warm up before I say too much, but I don't think this setup's going to be great. Ooh! Hit the post! I don't think you'll get closer than that. The irony is, my camera used to be top right, so one of the shots earlier would have gotten. I strategically move around the stream, having counted all the cards like it was poker, you know? It just feels like it doesn't turn in. Ugh. I don't know if this is going to be very fun. Oh, so much like vague sliding. Although I did try and drive the Porsche Cup through. Easily the hardest car I've ever driven here. People of similar rating were just driving on like I was on a slow lap. Oh. I don't know how I feel about this choice. I'm going to give it 10 to 15 minutes. And I may abandon ship. It feels disgusting. Okay, no. My muscle memory's fine. I just need to learn how to drive this thing.
They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
I dislike how much I'm having to turn the car just make something happen. That doesn't feel good. Maybe it's a super safe setup because this is a rookie series. Oh, it just slides. Like understeer before oversteers. It doesn't suit me at all. Okay, well let's go back to basics then and drive slow. See if I can make this car sing. I'm so glad I moved to the Porsche. This reminds me of when I tried to drive this car at Misano and I just worked so hard at it and it still felt like an absolute pig of a thing to drive. It's just not suited to certain tracks. Maybe it's suited to this on a good set. Consistent. Consistently missing, but consistent. Can I drive this car? I'm running out of willpower. I'm going to try. You want to watch the Euros, Ace, or absolutely not? I guess it's not been the best Euros for your crowd. That's probably an easy answer. You know, I don't want to assume. Nah, fair enough. I just watch it when it goes to international season, you know. If it's World Cup Euros, I'll watch it. And then I'll leave it well alone. Did I not get told off for going off track? If my pace isn't up there with these guys, I don't think there's any point in me racing. I feel like the car isn't very good. It's got that trait of like, it doesn't seem to want to turn in, but I fear it will step out into some weird bottle slide. This just makes me appreciate the car I'm actually driving at the moment. That curve seems very slippery and risky. Rugby World Cup? Yeah, don't blame you. How much does the setup cost? Are you thinking like physical equipment? I could give you a rough idea. By the way, if anyone decides they want to join iRacing, I keep a link below my YouTube streams and videos where you can use my link, sign up, and it gives me a little bit of credit for the sign up, and then I get to go add to my content. Most people that watch do have iRacing, I know that, but anyone is in the process of signing up or does, you can always grab that link if I've helped you get there. Your choice. But yeah, which kit would you say you're thinking of overall? And then I can probably give you a rough. With sim kit, you can always spend more and you can always go fancier, but that doesn't really mean a lot beyond a certain level. Like, basic kit is also enough to learn to ride it. Yeah. Don't be afraid to start humble. If I wasn't thinking of buying a new PC, I would probably buy myself new kit because I'm racing a lot now. I'm a lot more zoned into it. But I've got to focus on funding a new PC first. Seeing as, how's the frame rate, guys? Because I'm seeing drop frames again. Is it bad or is it okay? So steering wheel, this is the Thrustmaster T300s, the GT edition, so it comes with triple pedals. I don't know what they are these days, but you're going to be forking out somewhere probably in the 200-300 quid range. Unless my memory's really bad. And then I upgraded the pedals to the load cell pedal, which basically means the brake is heavier. And instead of just pushing on a pedal for braking, you're actually pushing against a spring. It's like, feels like a real pedal would on a brake, and that's why I have it, because if there's one upgrade in racing that helps you get faster, it's being able to brake at the same point every time. And with a load cell brake, you use muscle memory because it's pressure. On a, say, the standard brake with this wheel, you don't. You have to just lever the brake and remember how much you're pushing it, but there's no weight to it, so it's very, very difficult. FPS is okay. It's probably just subtle drops. As long as it's not freezing, I can live with it for now. I contacted someone today about whether there's a PC nearby that they're trying to sell and whether they still have it. Because if I could get hold of that short term, it would literally change my life at the moment. Well, I've had the single slowest year of my life since starting self-employed, so I'm trying to balance it with the fact that it's not the best time to go splashing cash. Trying to be smart. Try it. I mean, nothing about iRacing money is a smart purchase.
You cut that corner, you've got a slow down penalty.
I'm glad I've got some time to get used to this car because I'm not sure how I'm going to do here. There's a lot of very high rate drivers setting fast times. That's making me feel a little better. I can get it around, I'm just not sure I can get it to drive anything like what I think the car is going to do. And then once you've got a wheel, so say you spend a few £100, a solid enough rig is going to be that amount again or more. Like, I think I paid twice that for this rig. The reason I got it was because I was racing from a desk chair, and it wasn't good for my back. Did it for a while and it worked, but then after a certain amount of time, an office chair and a wheel just wasn't good for me. And since getting this, I've had zero aggravation in my back or anything. The brake and the steering sometimes is unevenly balanced, and I would like a pedal set that's 2, where the brake and the throttle are like symmetrical to where I'm sat. At the minute, I'm like sat slightly like this, and that's not great either. It's subtle enough that I can race with it. I've just got a horrible feeling this race, I'm either going to get disqualified because I can't stay on the track, or someone else is going to make sure I can't stay on the track.
You got a slow car on the left.
Interesting driving lines out there today. I've got 15 minutes to get my head around this, so let's keep going. There's just zero bite on the car. There's nothing. And some drivers are making it work. There's a skill to it. Blimey, is it a weird thing to be sat driving? If I was running a bet for this race, I would put it as clean race or not clean race. I think that's the biggest gamble here.
Go left.
Oh, okay, bro. Okay. Just storm out the pits and block 2 cars. I like that. And then it snaps. Ah, good. It just... Maybe I've just got to get it slower than I think it needs to be until the car kind of finally finds traction. I don't know. I feel like I'm on really old tires. That's the best way I can describe it. Probably should try some fresh ones now anyway, as soon as I've been here for like a race distance. It's finished. It's just forever sliding on the front. That is the main factor in iRacing, for sure.
Clear on the right.
That is the main factor because you will pay for the cars, the tracks, and for the service, and not many other race sims go to that level of money.
You got a penalty?
It's
We're
very
cutting the
unique
course.
for that. And you know what? It's not great, right? The people who can do it, it has the bigger player base, it has the biggest variety of content. Like, that's why they're doing it. It's a choice. And that's it. You can only judge it by what that value is to like what situation you're in. Don't listen to anyone's, you know, I would say avoid anyone who actively pushes one choice at you over any other. It's possible to enjoy quite a lot of different games and sims and not be like a loyalist to any of them. I'm a bit of a drive what makes me happy kind of person, but that sometimes means I don't practice enough because I'm doing it, you know, impulsively. That's why I get completely mixed results. Recently I started changing that and I have been practicing. And at some stream soon I will show you the Coach Dave tool I'm using. Which is kind of helping me. And no, I'm not promoting it. Or affiliated, just using it. I'm just a customer. But it's the thing that's helped me look at my own driving, and in theory I'll make it more fun for myself by getting a little bit more confident. And if I make mistakes, I'll probably know more what the mistake was and why it happened, which is pretty powerful stuff if you're trying to get better. I hope this is a good race to come here though. In order to pass this guy, I think I'll lift and try and follow. I'm not going to get there. Be surprised if he makes it though. Okay.
Left side. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
It's so hard to follow a car that's getting no exit speed. Very difficult. I think if I'm going to collide with any car, it's a car that isn't accelerating on the exit. Very hard to see it coming. I think it's time to let it go though. I can't easily avoid a collision through here. Right, I'm settling in a bit now, giving the car a bit for its weirdness. Maybe this would make a fun open setup combo, but they don't do that in the Ferrari. More aggressive setup would be pretty wild to drive here. I think I'd be able to get it more dialed in. At least it rotates through here. Thanks for sticking around. I'm just going to do one more race today. Short stream. We'll wait 10 more minutes. Aaron, do you think your PC will be pretty comfortable in iRacing? I know you were asking about that a bit before. I'm always reluctant to say with other people's kit. Because iRacing on average graphics isn't so demanding. Like, it's not too bad. It's only the rain that screws me over. The rain just kills it. If I have the rain, I just have to not have a massive grid of cars, basically. I can't have everything. I basically have to turn all the graphics down to PS1 and hope. Nearly found a late breaking point there. Not quite. I don't know about this car. I don't know about it. Two tracks in a row that I've started to wonder whether I really like the Ferrari very much. I think it's set up too stubbornly. There's no play in this setup. Also, I need to think of some interesting / inventive ways to raise viewership again. I'm gonna be 100% honest, I don't feel like the channel's doing very well. I'm very happy with who we have here, and I like the atmosphere here, and we've always had a nice community. Like, nothing wrong with the channel, but I need to start thinking about how to reach people again. And there are 101 sim races out there live at any one time, so it's not exactly a niche as it used to be. It's very hard to like grow the channel out. I get more audience through Le Mans Ultimate. Like, if I was just playing numbers games, I have more Le Mans interest than iRacing. But at least until I'm PC switch, that's not really a live option for me at the moment. Probably make more of YouTube, I guess, is always the way, but again, I'm not making iRacing stuff on YouTube, so oh gee. Plus, I think for making YouTube-worthy stuff, making just race recaps or uploading your races, I don't think that's that interesting. It's nothing wrong with it, but I wouldn't expect many people to be like, gotta watch that. That looks insane, yeah? I'm gonna be mulling how to do that. It seems a bit backwards to prioritize a lot of money spent on being able to stream if I'm not really putting it out to, you know, passes. Interesting thing about a different PC is servers like NoPixel would probably be more playable than they were. And that, I don't know how that would feel. I'm so out of the loop with that. But, you know, I'll be clear, being a small stream, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't dislike it, but I would just like to see it develop, like any community does. Oh yeah, no worries, Aaron. Where? Oh, you said Turkey, right? Did I read that right? I appreciate you, like, you know, making the effort. It's not like I'm making it easy for you and being able to speak your language. So. I'm gonna do this race even though I know this might be a bad idea. I'm gonna do it despite that. I'm under no illusion that this won't be my finest few laps. Just hope I'm in a oh my god. How does such an undrivable and unsteerable car still do that? I'm not made for this. I didn't see that one. But yeah, I guess to summarize, my job is to try and find new interesting people, or slightly change the content in a way that bores people. But that's a creative challenge. I agree. I would have a small active community any day. Like, if you gave me an ideal number, I think initially, obviously, whatever number you get to, you want to see it gradually grow. That's natural. But honestly, even 50 to 100 sort of audience would feel like a big deal, you know? Like, it would feel really satisfying. My first year of streaming, because of lockdown, we did get to that number. And that's when I was driving Gran Turismo. And then I started driving ACC. Sadly, I don't like driving ACC much anymore. I cannot drive it to enjoy it. It doesn't work for me. And believe me, I do keep going back and trying. If I was willing to stop driving any other sim, I could probably get back on ACC and be comfortable, but I can't put that in the mix. Got to be race time soon. Yeah, I don't like this car very much. Right, brake bias is probably too much to keep going. I'm gonna survive this race. I'm gonna make it work. So I am grateful everybody, like, you do regularly turn up, you watch, you hang out, have to chat. And that's not a requirement. But it's 100% a trickier time to A, break new ground, B, you're kind of fight. You're going to be more interesting than half the other people out there, and that's difficult. Yeah, damn these spins. I think that's, you know, small. I think you're right in saying, you know, I think we have among us very, very good people, nice people, funny people. I have people who watch from 8 hours earlier in the day, and people who watch several hours later in the day, like, that I really like. Plus, you know, different days, different people, so the community is bigger than it feels sometimes. But I guess the hardest dynamic of streaming is you need numbers to interest more numbers. If a channel has more viewers than normal, I don't know what the percentage would be, but the chance of someone going in to see what's going on is high. I would harbour a bet that if I looped a day of having 50 people watching, another 25 people would come in to see why 50 people were watching. That's what I mean. There's an element of like, oh, what's going on here? And that's why this small number's hard to bridge, because you aren't visible, basically, at that number level. It doesn't matter what you're doing. And so I'm just thankful that people regularly do show because they're showing up regardless of that. So confused by this. I'm sorry to hear that, Aaron. That's like something that like no amount of advice or like yeah, it's something that other people can't fix for you. It's just something you have to like process. So, obviously you're always welcome here and welcome, I'm sure, with like people closer to you. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear it. That's literally one of the weirdest experiences to have to deal with. It can take quite a long time to like figure out who you are after an experience like that as well. So hope you're taking your time and not rushing. You know, whatever is going on. But thanks for the, you know, thanks for choosing here, you know? Oh. So sorry, mate. I didn't realize that speed was going to be so fast. I hope that's not... I don't think we're going to be in the same race. Put it nicely. I think we're at slightly different speeds. That was very much my fault, though. Don't take that as me trying to shirk blame. I still got to avoid the car in front of me. Rule number 1. Where? Oh god, he just came to a stop. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know better for anybody, but you know, I have experienced tough times too, so I'm, yeah, always wish for the best when I was in that situation. What happened to the car that made everybody slow down? It's not too bad, actually. That's... Whoa, what? That car must be damaged. No, he wiggled his wheel. Wait, am I signed up? I'm not signed up for the race. What a complete waste of time for me. Thought I'd signed into the race server. I've just missed it. That's my fault. Oh well. I instinctively, I don't know if that was going to be a good race anyway. It would have been fun. I would have rather do it than not do it, but I didn't sign up. So what happens is when you sign up, you automatically load into the race. I didn't notice. Whoops. Oh wow, tactical retreat. How many lobbies are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I see how strong the lobbies are yet? I'm curious where I would have been. $18.45. No, not going to show yet. I don't know how to see that. Maybe it's too soon. Maybe I have to wait for it to finish. Okay, wow. I'm going to call it there, guys, because that was supposed to be the last race, and now I'm going to run out of time to do another one. So I will be back. Oh, yeah. When will I be back? Possible tomorrow night. I don't think I have a lot going on tomorrow night. As long as I'm in a good driving mood, it'll be tomorrow night. I'm considering playing a non-sim racing game again on stream, but I'll decide that when I decide. Some games are just good to go play on the couch, not try to stream it all. But I'm in southwest of the UK, so closest town is Bristol. But yeah, I'm an hour away from Stonehenge. That's probably the most famous thing close to me. I'm also in the city where Wallace and Gromit got made. If you've ever watched the Wallace and Gromit TV show, depends where you're from. I'm not sure how worldwide that show got. Hell yeah. Well, I'm more likely to stream when I know people are, enjoying it their end as well. So I do appreciate it. Thank you. But now, have a good night, everyone. I'm going to go watch England get, well, a lesson in football or maybe a miracle in football. My one portion every 2 years where I actually pay attention to football. Living in the UK has got slightly more positive lately, for reasons I probably won't go over right now on stream, but it's had its first like up curve probably for quite a long time, which is all right. Well, enjoy your own evenings, be nice to yourselves, nice to everybody else. Hopefully see you tomorrow. If you don't see me tomorrow, assume that I'm gonna appear on Friday instead, but tomorrow is Thursday, right? Hopefully tomorrow night, and we'll keep this rhythm going, because I've now done 2 weeks of consistent streams at late times, so that's a good step. We're getting there. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Cheers, guys.